The world map looks the same, but the balance of power has changed. And standing at the center of global influence is Pakistan. But how? How could a country once struggling with economic instability, political uncertainty, and energy crises rise to become a global superpower? This is not fantasy. This is a possibility. It begins with stability. After years of economic reforms, digital taxation systems, and reduced corruption, Pakistan finally stabilizes its economy. Inflation drops. Foreign reserves grow. The currency becomes steady. International investors, once hesitant, begin to return. Special economic zones expand under CPEC. Tech parks rise in Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. And something unexpected happens. Pakistan becomes South Asia's tech hub. Young entrepreneurs launch AI startups. Freelancers dominate global digital markets. Software exports triple. By 2030, Pakistan is one of the top 5 freelance economies in the world. Global tech companies open regional headquarters in Islamabad. Silicon Valley begins to look east. But technology alone doesn't create a superpower. Energy does. Massive solar farms in Balochistan. Hydropower projects in the north. Wind corridors fully operational. By 2032, Pakistan becomes energy independent. No more crippling shortages. No more blackouts. Industry runs 24/7, and manufacturing explodes. Textiles evolve into advanced smart fabrics. Defense manufacturing expands. Electric vehicle plants begin production. Made in Pakistan becomes a global label. Then comes infrastructure. Gwadar transforms into one of the busiest ports in Asia. Trade routes connect Central Asia, China, the Middle East, and Africa. Pakistan becomes the bridge between continents. Trillions in trade pass through its corridors. And with trade comes influence. But real superpower status requires military strength. By 2035, Pakistan modernizes its defense systems with AI-driven surveillance, cyber defense units, and advanced drone technology. Its navy secures key maritime routes. Its air force operates next-generation stealth aircraft. But instead of aggression, Pakistan focuses on deterrence and stability. Peace through strength. Diplomatically, Pakistan shifts strategy. It becomes a mediator between rival nations, hosting global peace talks, strengthening ties with China, the Middle East, Central Asia, and even improving trade relations with Western economies. Instead of choosing sides, Pakistan becomes the balancing force. Education transforms next. Massive investment in universities, research labs, and technical institutes. STEM programs expand nationwide. By 2035, Pakistani scientists contribute to breakthroughs in renewable energy, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence. Brain drain turns into brain gain. Talented professionals return home. And then, the most powerful change of all. Narrative. Global media begins telling a different story about Pakistan. Not of crisis, but of innovation. Not of instability, but of resilience. Tourism rises. Northern areas become global destinations. Cultural exports grow, film, music, digital content. The country's image shifts, and perception matters in global power. But becoming a superpower is not just about GDP or military. It's about internal unity. In this 2035 scenario, political polarization reduces.
Institutions strengthen.
Long-term planning replaces short-term politics. Merit replaces favoritism. Law enforcement modernizes. Transparency increases. Trust builds between citizens and the state. And that trust fuels growth. By 2035, Pakistan's economy crosses major milestones. Exports double. Tech revenue surges. Foreign policy becomes assertive yet balanced. The country plays a key role in global climate talks. It contributes to UN peacekeeping at record levels. It influences digital regulations in emerging markets. It shapes regional security architecture. But here's the real question. Could this actually happen? Yes, but only if certain conditions align. Political stability. education reform, energy independence, technological innovation, strategic diplomacy, and most importantly, national unity. Superpowers are not born overnight. They are built through decades of disciplined strategy. If Pakistan invests in its youth, leverages its geographic position, stabilizes governance, and embraces technology, 2035 could look very different. Not just for Pakistan, but for the world. Imagine a future where Pakistani satellites orbit Earth, Pakistani AI companies compete globally, water rivals major international ports, universities rank among the world's best, the passport gains strength, the economy commands respect, and the narrative changes from what went wrong to how did they rise so fast? But every rise carries responsibility. A superpower must ensure justice, equality, and opportunity for all citizens. Otherwise, growth becomes fragile. Power without stability collapses. So the true superpower status in 2035 wouldn't just be military or economic. It would be social. A Pakistan where poverty drastically reduces, where education reaches every child, where innovation thrives, where institutions are trusted. The idea may sound ambitious, but history has shown us something powerful. Nations can transform in one generation. South Korea did. Singapore did. China did. Why not Pakistan? 2035 is only a decade away. The foundations laid today determine that future. The question isn't, can Pakistan become a superpower? The real question is, will it choose the path that makes it possible? Because the potential has always been there. The resources, the youth, the geography, the resilience. The story of 2035 has not been written yet, and perhaps is still in our hands.